Hey guys, I'm gonna if you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be doing expert Minesweeper, bro. It's gonna be so cool. Like, watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, boom. I lost, guys. I'm not an expert. Watch this. I'm gonna be such an expert, bro. I'm gonna be the most experty expert that has ever existed. How do I flag things? Do I press this guy? Oh no, that restarts. Okay. How do I flag things? I know there's one right there. Can't you see? Oh, it is right click. Okay. Should I explain should I like explain my logic? Maybe I should. That's probably a good idea. But since I haven't been this whole time, I'm not gonna do it until I fail again. Which I know I'm gonna do. So whatever, bro. It's just a prank, bro. I just want to prove that I'm a genius. I'm an expert. I'm a genius. I'm an expert genius. This one's clean. How do I know that? Because I'm a genius. This one's clean. How do I know that? Because I'm a genius. Whoa, look at that. Look at that big boy. Look how big and boy he is. Alright. See, here I'm going to use a silly bit of logic. There are 5 available thingies here. And 4 of them are bombs. But we can see right here that there's... This one sees 2. And it already sees 1, so it means one of these is. But not more than 1, because then this would have to be 3. So only one of these is. So one of the 4 here is here, and the one that isn't is also down here somewhere. Which means all 3 of these are bombs. That's right. I'm a genius. Alright. Let's start over. Or not start over, let's start anew. Let's start anew. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Okay. So we're gonna begin. Okay, actually, yeah. You might not even know how Minesweeper works. So basically, if there's a number here, it's telling you how many bombs are in its neighboring cells. Yeah? You got that? So let's just make a guess right here. This is 1, which means one of these neighboring cells is a bomb. And only one. Only one of these is a bomb, and we don't know which one. And then we just gotta kind of guess again. So now we know that one of these is a bomb, we don't know which. And this 2 also sees that bomb, because it's neighboring this guy. But there's only 1 in this area. But we also now know that there's 1 over here. Kind of silly. That doesn't tell us anything. But if we go over here, that's a bomb. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, let's do it again. Ah, here we have all kinds of information. This cell sees two bombs in its neighboring area, and only two of the cells it sees are not revealed, so we know that both of those are bombs. And we now know this guy, two of its neighbors are bombs, and we know which ones are bombs. So it means this one, which is also his neighbor, is not a bomb, because there's only two right there. And now this guy, sees two bombs, and there's only two available spots. So this guy's a bomb. And now this guy sees the one bomb it needs. Now this one, there's only one space available for a bomb. And so this guy sees the only bomb it needs. And now this one, there's only one available. And now this guy sees the one it needs, this guy sees the one it needs. We now know that this guy needs two bombs. There's one right here, and there's one in one of those spots. And so this guy is 3. There's one right here, one in one of those spots, and one in one of those spots. And there's 2. There's one in one of those spots. And for this 3, there's that one there, and we know there's one in one of those spots, and only one in one of those spots, because then this would also be a 3. And it needs a third one. There's only one spot available for a third one, so it's gotta be right here. And so now this guy sees both of his bombs. And now this guy only has one spot available for the third thingy. And now this guy sees both of his bombs. And now this guy sees both of its bombs. And now this one only has one available. And this one only has one available. And so this guy sees his bomb already. And this guy only has one available spot for its second bomb. This guy sees both of its bombs. This guy sees both of its bombs. This guy sees its only bomb. And this guy, that guy's already dealt with. You need one more bomb. And there's only one more spot. So right there, you see all 3 of your bombs. It's a crazy world we live in. You already see your bomb. You only have one available spot for a bomb. You already see your bomb. You need one more bomb. It's in one of those spots. You have a bomb here, a bomb in one of those spots, and there's only one available spot left for a bomb, so it's gotta be there. You only have one spot for a bomb, so now you already see your bomb. You already see your bomb. You already see your bomb. You only have one more spot, so it's right there. This 3, it only has 3 spots, so it's there. This one, there's only one spot available for a bomb, so it's there. You already see your bomb. You need a bomb. You already see your bomb. You already see your bombs. Yes, you need 2, so both of these, those are the only 2 spots. The 3 sees all 3 of its bombs. This 2 needs one right here, which means there is one right here, which means the one that this sees is in one of those spots, which means it's not right there. You only see one spot. These guys need 2. So there's 2 here. This needs a 1, which means this sees both of its guys. You already see your one. You already see your one. There's only 4 that this guy sees, so he goes in the 4th one. This one already sees its one. This one can only have 4, and there's only 4 spots available. Same with this 4. This 2 already sees its 2. This 5 only has 5 spots available. This 4 already sees its 4. This 2 already sees its 2. This 1 only has 1 spot available. This 1 already sees its 1. This 1 only has 1 spot available. This 2 already sees its 2. This 1 already sees its 1. This 3 only has 1 spot available. This 2 already sees its 2. This 1 already sees its 1. This 2 already sees its 2. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. This 1 sees its bomb. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. And this 1 already sees its 1. This 1 already sees its 1. This 4 only has 4 spots available. This 3 only has 3 spots available. This 2 already sees its 2. This 1 already sees its 1. This 1 only has 1 spot available. This 2 already sees its 2. This 2 already sees its 2. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. This 2 already sees its 2. This 1 already sees its 1. This 2 only has 1 more spot available. This 3 only has 1 more spot available. This 1 already sees its 1. This 2 already sees its 2. This 2 has 1 more spot available, so this 3 sees its 3. Oh no, it doesn't. I lied. This is only 1 more spot. This 3 only has one more spot available. So this 3 sees this 3. This 2 sees this 2. This one already sees this 1. This 2 already sees this 2. This 2 only has one more spot available. This 1 sees this 1. This 1 only has one spot available. This 2 sees this 2. This 2 sees this 2. This 3 only has 3 spots available. This 1 sees this 1. This 3 only has one more spot available. This 1 sees this 1. This 1 sees this 1. This 2 only has one more spot available. This 2 sees this 2. This 2 sees... No, it doesn't. I lied. There's only one more spot available right here. This 3 sees this 3. This 3 sees this 3. This 2 sees this 2. This 2 only has one more spot. And this 2 only has one more spot. Oh, here's a fun bit of logic that I like to use. This one has a 1 in one of those spots. Which means there is a 1 in one of these spots. Which means the one that this sees has to be the one here. Which means there can't be one here. Huzzah! Hooray! Oh, and this is another bit of fun logic I like to use. This one sees a 1 in one of those 2 spots. And this 2 sees that 1, and there can't be, the second one can't be in here because then this would also be a 2 because it sees both of those spots. Which means the second bomb must be here. Huzzah! This one only sees that 1. And this 2 only sees those 2. This 3 only sees those 3. This 2 sees both of its people. This 3 only sees the 3 cells. This one already sees this 1. This one only has 1 available spot. This one already sees this 1. This one already sees this 1. This 2 has 1 right here. So basically there's 5 available cells for the 4 bombs to go in. And this 2 only sees 1 bomb in this spot, which means that the one that doesn't have a bomb is in one of those spots, which means both of those are bombs. And now this 2 sees both of its bombs. And this 3 only has a 3rd spot available right there. This 4 sees all 4. This 1 sees this 1. This 4 only has this 4th spot right here. This 2 sees it 2. This 1 only has 1 available. This 1 only has 1 available. This 3 only has 3 available. This 3 sees all its 3. This 2 sees its 2. This 1 sees its 1. This 1 only has 1 available. This 2 only has 2 available. This 1 only has 1 available. This 1 sees its 1. This 1 sees its 1. This 2 only has 2 available. This 2 sees its 2. This 2 only has 2 available. This 1 sees its 1. This 2, there's 1 here. And there's going to be 1 in one of those spots. And this one, the 3, there's 1 here. There's going to be 1 in one of these spots. And there's only 1 spot available. And it's right here. We are so cool. Let's finish off this area over here. There's only 1 spot here for this guy. This guy sees this 1. This 2 needs a second one. And the only spot is here. This 2 sees its 2. And now we don't know which one of those is for the 2 or the 4. We don't know which one of these is for the 2 or the 3. The 3 needs 1 more and is in one of those spots, and the 2 needs 1 more and is in one of those spots. It doesn't tell us anything. But down here we know that this one goes there. And boom. I think you guys are beginning to understand, aren't you? Okay. 2. It's got 1 here, and there's going to be another 1 right here. So this 2, there's going to be 1 right here, and it needs another 1, so it's got to be right here. And this 2, it also needs another 1. So this 2 sees this 2. And this 3 and this 3 both already see 2. This 3 is going to see a 3rd one right here, which means this one's 3rd one is going to be right there, which means this one is clear. This one already sees its 1. This 4 only has 4 available spots. This 1 sees its 1. This 2 sees its 2. This 3 sees its 3. This 2 sees its 2. This 1 sees its 1. This 2 sees its 2. This 1 sees its 1. There's only 3 spots available for this 3. And this 5 sees its 5. Okay, this 3 only has... It needs 1 more, and there's only 1 more spot available. This 2 sees its 2. Okay. Oh, this 3 sees its 3. This 3 sees its 3. This 1 sees its 1. This 2 needs 1 more. So now this 2 sees its 2. This 3 needs 1 more. So here's where it gets tricky. Is this 2 needs 1 more, and it's in one of those spots. This 4 needs one more, and it's in one of those spots. This 1 needs one, and it's in one of those spots. This 3 needs one more, and it's in one of those spots. And we have no way of knowing which one of those spots it's in. There's no logic we can do to determine which one it is. So this game does require guessing, which is so fun, isn't it? The same is true over here. This 2 needs one more, it's in one of those spots. This 3 needs one more, it's in one of those spots. We have no way of determining which one. Same with this 4 and this 2. This 3 needs one more, it's in one of those 3 spots. This 3 needs one more, it's in one of those 2 spots. It's possible they're the same, but it's also possible that they're different. So I'm gonna do something crazy, and that was not helpful. I'm gonna do something crazy again, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, that's a little helpful. We know that there's one right here, and also one right here. That's not helpful. Why did I say that's a little helpful? Okay. I'm gonna go even crazier and guess this spot. 4. Wow. Oh. So one of these 5 spots is empty, and we have no way of knowing which one it is. Okay, just guess this spot. It was a bomb. Heck yeah. So that's Minesweeper. I don't think I'm gonna make this a series. I don't think this will be the most entertaining series. Unlike the Sudoku and the Wordle and that kind of stuff. But how long have I been recording? 20 minutes? Yeah, let's do another one. Why not? Boom. There's one right here and right here. You see both of yours. You have one here or here, which means yours is also here or here, because it's the same one, so it's not here. You need one, it's right there. Yeah, I'm already seeing how this is probably not feasible for a video series, because my brain just kind of automatically does the logic, and commentating it or explaining my logic feels kind of pointless, especially now that you probably understand what I'm doing. But I thought, hey, I'm making a channel where I do puzzles. I really like doing Minesweeper. Let's try a Minesweeper video. Why not? Okay, only one of these can possibly be a 1. In fact, I think one of these has to be a 1, because if there's a 1 right here, and there's a 1 right here, this 3 will need another 1. So yeah, there is a 1 here, and there's 1 here. That's pretty goofy. Like, I can come in and commentate when I'm actually thinking, when I'm doing active logic, but when I'm doing passive logic, like, how am I meant to commentate on that? So, do you guys like cheeseburgers or nah? No cheeseburgers? I feel like most people I ask would say that they do like cheeseburgers. But I mean, hey, there's people that don't like cheeseburgers. Guys, I'm so good at making YouTube videos. I was destined. This is what I was meant to do in life, is make YouTube videos where I play Minesweeper and talk about cheeseburgers. Oh, I was faulting my logic. I should have clicked that. Guys, I made a mistake. I was doing passive logic. I should have been telling you my active logic the whole time. Boom. That's a 2. That doesn't tell me anything. Boom. That's a bomb. That tells me everything. Boom. 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 Alright, okay. I'm kind of stuck here. I know that there's 1 in one of these. And I know that there's 2 in 2 of these. And it's entirely possible they're not related at all. It could be these two are two, or these two are bombs, and that accounts for those two. And then that one's a bomb, and that accounts for that one. And this guy doesn't see these two, and this guy doesn't see that one. There's no way of knowing. But if we do that, that also doesn't tell us anything. But if those were empty, it would tell us something. It would tell us that that one is also empty. Because, okay, if these two were empty, this one would see these 3 digits, and one of these 3, or 2 of these 3 would be bombs. And this one also sees these 3 digits, and this one is also a 2. So the 2 digits that this one sees would also be seen by that guy. And so since this guy sees that guy, but it's both of his digits are already accounted for, that means this guy's empty. But is it? It is. And actually, we can do the same logic, kind of, here. This one sees these 2, which means one of these 2 is a bomb. Which means the bomb that this guy sees is in one of those 2 spots. Which means all the other ones it sees are empty. And the same can be applied here. One of these is a bomb, so the one this sees is in one of these spots, so all of these are empty. And then we can go back to like the casual logic. The casual? What am I talking about? The passive logic. I mean, you could call it casual, I don't know. You do you, fam. I'm gonna... That's a casualty. That was a terrible joke, guys. Guys, why are you watching this? Like, if you're this far into the video, why? Is it because am I charming? Am I entertaining you because the Minesweeper is not? Because if so, that's great. That's a huge compliment. So, what's your guys' opinion about time travel? If you're watching this, it might be because you saw a video that I uploaded to my main channel where I talk about the bootstrap paradox, which I haven't uploaded on my main channel yet, but I plan to upload it at the same time that I upload these 5 videos, and then in that video I'll be like, hey guys, go look at this channel where I do puzzles. Speaking of, I haven't even talked about this. Hi, welcome to the new channel. Today I'm uploading 5 videos, 5 different puzzle videos, and they're all up right now. There's a Sudoku one, there's a Wordle one, there's a New York Times one, there's this one, and there's gonna be one where I press a button. That one's really riveting. Like, if you thought this was entertaining, wait till you see the button one. I push a button. No, that one's probably gonna be way more entertaining than this, genuinely. And then my plan is to upload coconut oil soup. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna upload 5 puzzle videos, and then from there on I'm just gonna upload coconut oil soup. No, what was I saying? Oh yes, weekly puzzle videos. And so by the time these are uploaded, there's gonna be these 5 that are posted, plus the one over on my main channel that's not puzzle related at all. It's sciencey, math, time travel-y. And then there's gonna be, I'm going to have recorded the one for next week already. I haven't recorded it yet as of the time I'm recording this one, but by the time these are uploaded, it will have been recorded and scheduled to upload. And then as I'm waiting for that to upload, I will be working on the next one. That's the plan anyway. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Anyways, right here, this 2 has one right here, and this 3 needs one more. So that each one more is right in those 2 spots. So it's not in that spot. And now this guy, he needs 2 more. Whoa, boom, boom. We're so smart. Like, can you believe how smart you are? You're like, you can play Minesweeper. Only geniuses can play Minesweeper. Did you know that you're an amazing, incredible, awesome, epic, spectacular, wonderful, remarkable, breathtaking, glorious, glamorous, dazzling, marvelous, fantastic, fabulous, attending, excellent, exquisite, astonishing, charming, charismatic, caring, sweet, kind, nice person? Because I did. Buddy. Okay. Once upon a time, I did some weird logic. And it was with like a flat plane, kind of like this. And somewhere in the center there was a 1 and a 2. And I somehow determined that if that ever happens, that if this is 1 and this is a 2 and this is flat, that this is always empty and this is always filled. But I don't remember what logic I used to come to that conclusion. So if we come across that again, I'll try and reuse that logic. Retrace my steps, one might say. Oh, right here. It happened here, okay. See, because I did that logic in the past, I just know that there's 1 right here and 1 right here. But I don't remember how I learned that, how I taught myself that. So, let me see if I can redo it. Okay, so this one is these 1 right here. And this 2 is these 2 in here. I guess let's say this one, because I know this one's empty based on my logic. Let's say it's not empty. If it's not, if this is filled, this one is used, and then this one only has that one available. So I know that this is empty, but how do I know this one's full? Because 2... Oh, 2. They can't both be here. The 2 can't be... The bombs can't be in these 2 positions. Because this one would see both of them, and it would have to also be a 2. Which means one of these is filled, as well as this one. I did it! I'm so smart. So I know that these 2 are cool epic soup sauce, if you know what I'm saying. I thought that was gonna take me a second, because it did take me a bit to wrap my head around the first time I came up with it, and then I just took it for granted ever since. Okay, this is interesting. This one sees 1 in one of these spots, which means there's 1 in one of these spots, which means one of the 2 is in one of those spots, and only 1. Because if they're both here, that would make this a 2. So one of them is here, which means one of them is here. So we now know that there's 1 here, and there can't be 2 here, because then both of these would be here, and then there would be fill for here. So there's 1 up here. Yes. So there's 1 up here, so the one that this sees is in one of these 2 spots, which means this guy's clear. All because of this one. And now this 2 has 2 available spots. Pretty goofy if you ask me. Pretty silly sauce. No, I meant to right click. No. I do something kind of smart, kind of clever, and then I go ahead and do something really stupid. I didn't mean to do that. No, that's cheating. There's no do-overs in life. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. You know, sometimes getting past this first little bit is the hardest. Because you have very little information. Like I've got a lot of information here, and it's still not that much. See, I know that there's 1 in one of these spots. Do I know that this is empty? No, I don't. I do not know that. I was trying to see if I could use that same logic before, but no, because in the other logic, it was because they couldn't both be here. Or, yeah, they couldn't both be here. But that doesn't really work this time. It means that there is one here and there's not one here. But in this version, it doesn't have to be here. It can be here and here. And here and here. And here. Or and here and here. Well, it can't. In this scenario, it can't. In this scenario, we know that there's one here and one in this little area. So this is two. This is basically, forget about these two squares. This is basically a 1 along this strip. This is a 1, 1, 1, 1. It's in 1 again, because it's the same logic up here. So how do we decipher this? If this is a 1, or if this is a bomb, then this is a bomb, and one of those is a bomb, because we already know one of those is a bomb. If this is a bomb, then neither of these are bombs, but one of these is. Neither of these are bombs, but this is, and one of those is, and this isn't. We have no way of knowing. It's just a guess. So we're gonna say that is, and we happened to be right. We are geniuses and idiots, because why did I do that? Alright, let's do it again. Okay, in this scenario, this 2 tells us there's 2 bombs in this area, and since this guy sees those 2 bombs already, we know that these 3 are clear. But we can't do the same logic here, because one or both of those bombs might be over here, and this guy doesn't see these 2 squares. So we're hopeless. There'll be one here, and one here, and one here. And it would be logical, it would all make sense still. Now that's fascinating. That was a guess. What about that? Okay, this gives us information. That was also a guess, by the way. I did not use logic to figure that out. So we know that there is only one in one of these 4 spots, and this guy sees one, which is in one of those 4 spots. So the rest of the spots it sees are empty. Huzzah, hooray. This 2 only sees 2. Now we can get back to the passive logic. We love passive logic. No, we don't, because then I don't have any commentary. What am I meant to say to you? I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to talk to a camera. This is why I've never published any of the Minecraft videos I've recorded. Also, terrible mic quality. Probably worse than what you're hearing now. Did you see that ridiculous mistake I just made? I should be ashamed of myself. One of those. One of those. That's cool. One of those. Like, you're clear. Huh. We can do the logic here. We know that it's these 2. Whenever there's a 2 on a line that's sandwiched by 1s, we know that it's those. It's so goofy. It's one of those things that, like, there's logic to it, but you don't gotta remember the logic. You just gotta remember the effect that the logic has. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a genius. Wait, have I not completed a single one of these? Because of those silly little oopsies. Okay, this is effectively a 1-2 right here. Because you see 1, so along this line you need 1 in one of these spots, and then you need 2 in one of these spots. So it effectively has this, does the same thing as that, which then solves the rest. You need 1 more here. Boom. You. Boom. 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 We're insane. One of these is taken, so the second one is here. Boom. You need a second one. Boom. 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 You need one more. And you also need one more. But you need two more right here. So this is a 1, 2. So we know that there's one here and there's not one there. That's such goofy logic, but I love it. It's so goofy, but it's accurate. So why am I even looking down here? I've got plenty of like free logic up here. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong spot. Oh, wrong button. Thank you. You're welcome. No need to thank me. Alright, no. Oh, no, never mind. There's still some. Oh, there's still a lot. There's loads. Bunches and bunches of oats, I'd say. Oh, that's so silly. Okay, I'm going a little fast right now. I should probably slow down a bit so I don't make a goofy little error. Oh my goodness. But the logic just keeps logicking. We're logarithmic. There's one here, you need one more, it's right there, so you are fine, you're clear, you're safe. You're safe at last. Oh, over here. We kind of abandoned the start zone. So you need one more, it's in one of those spots. You need one more. And it's in one of those spots, which means these are clear. You need one. Okay, that's not helpful. But you are helpful. Very helpful. One here. Boom. You need one more, and you need two more, which means you are boom. And you are boom. And boom, boom. Boom, boom. We are the champions. Alright. Where is my logic at? You need two more, yes? Two more in these three? That doesn't tell us anything. You need one more in these two. That doesn't tell us anything. And you need one more in these two, as well as you. You both do. You both need the same bomb. And I am not the bomb. I'm trying to think if there's any more logic that we can do. If we're to one of those silly little things where we have to guess again. And I think we are, but I might be able to make an educated guess, because you need a bomb from these two spaces. And you need a bomb from these two spaces. Now it's possible that it can be that bomb and that bomb, but I feel as though it's more likely that it's the same bomb. So never mind, I'm crazy. This one already sees all three of its bombs. We're good, we're golden. We got actual logic to contend with, not guessing. This isn't a guessing game, except for it is sometimes when it needs to be. When it feels like it, when it decides to be. And now we're stuck again. There's one in one of these three spots, but we don't know which one. There's one in one of these three spots, but we don't know which one. There's 2 in 2 of these 4 spots, and there's 3 in 3 of these 6 spots. Now if we can determine that that is empty, then we can determine nothing. Sorry, I was seeing these both as 3s, but this is kind of like a 2, really, because it already sees one of its bombs. But if this guy didn't exist, and these were both 3s still, and this one was empty, then it'd be these 3, and so those 3 would be clear. Yeah, whatever. All that would really tell us if this was empty is that there's 2 in these, and that there's only 1 up here. Alright. So a lot of these are 50-50. Like, it's one of these. Whichever one I decide to guess, it's 50-50. I don't like those chances. I mean, over here, I have a third chance. Like, it's 1 in 3. Same over here. But over here, we don't have any information. Is that a 50-50? Or is it... it could be anything. So... now that's terrible. No, that's terrible. Now we have a 3 and 5 if we click any of these. So I'm not going to. I'm going to click... that guy. Now this guy is 1 in 5 if we die. So I'm going to click that guy. Now that doesn't tell us much. We know there's 1 in here and also 1 down here. That's not helpful, so I'm going to click this. I'm going to click that guy. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. Please. What about you? I'm going to run out of luck. Never mind. I'm going to exceed in my luck. Oh, now we know that you're empty. You're empty. You're empty. You guys are crazy. You guys are all crazy. You're out of your mind. Those guys are all silly billies. Well, okay. You see 3. You need a 4th. It's in one of those spots, so this is a 1. You see 2. You need 1 more, and it's in one of those spots, so you are free. You're free. You need 1 more. It's in one of those spots. You need 3 more. 1 of them is in one of these spots, and 2 of them are over here. That's not helpful, bro. It's not helpful at all. You need 1 more. It's in one of those spots. That's not helpful. That's not helpful, bro. You see all 3 of yours, which means the 4th one's right here, which means you see all of yours. Which means you see all of yours. Which means you only need 2 more. And you only need 1 more. And you see all of yours. You need 1 more. You. We're so close. You see all of yours. You only need 1 more. You only need 1 more. You see yours. You need 1 more. Okay, you see yours. You need 1 more. You need 1 more. And we did it. We did it, guys. I don't remember if I solved another one in this video or not. But we solved this one. So I've been recording for 40 minutes. So I'm gonna call that a day. Go watch the other videos. Specifically the Sudoku one with the Rat Run. That's what I'm going to upload next week. It's Rat Run Part 2, baby. So, I just have one last thing to say to you. Stay cozy.